Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Gridiron Weekly. We've got a really cool echo going on. I'm loving hearing myself talk. It's fantastic. I'm joined as always by Mr. Bill Aikens, the A-Train. How are you today, A-Train?
Good.
Awesome.
Doing well.
You got to start rocking some jerseys on these nights.
I know, I do. I need to do that.
Be very cool.
Yeah.
We're joined by JR from the darkest city in America with about 17 inches of rain yesterday, tornado warnings. But they do have a nice fall. So.
Yeah.
How you doing, JR?
I'm good. Thank you.
All right, tonight. After JR's doing good, I'll cut him off, but I can't hear this stupid echo. So tonight we're doing the AFC West and the NFC West. You might be familiar with these teams. I sent you guys out some paraphernalia. And it's again, AFC West sometimes confuse that who they have as number one across four different betting channels. And I don't know about the order. But we're going to jump right in there. And we're going to start ourselves off with the AFC West. Now, I'm flipping a coin in my mind. Bill, JR, what is it?
Heads.
You are incorrect. It is tails. Billy will go first. William.
Yeah.
AFC West, they have projected Kansas City finishing first. So talk to us about the Kansas City Chiefs, buddy.
Well, it's a pretty shocking year. I mean, didn't help when Mahomes went down. 6-11 last year, right? So that kind of snapped their, their dominance there for their dynasty, if you will. Mahomes says he's healthy. I don't know that he is. I mean, I have my questions on that, but he's saying he's healthy, and a lot of people, including myself, are wondering whether he should actually start the season, or give it a little bit more time. But I mean, if he says he's good to go, then he's good to go. And guess what? Andy Reid's not going to override his decision, right? He's gonna let him play. So, I don't know. You added some weapons on this team. You got Kenneth Walker the third, which when you look at that, that's going to help Mahomes. He's not going to have to do as much if you got a decent running back like that that's productive. So. That's a good thing. I mean, I just think right now you've got they got a lot of issues on defense, and you've got some issues on the offensive line. But I mean, I don't think they're going to be a Super Bowl contender at all this year, and I don't even think they're going to. I don't think they're going to win the division. I think they're maybe will get in a wild card. I see maybe a 9-win season for them. Maybe even 8. I'm not much more than that, though. I don't think that Travis Kelce's still he's old. It's just and like I said, Mahomes. I mean, I don't know that it's such a good idea him coming back. I mean, but he's like I said, he says he's ready to go, so he's gonna go. So
all right, JR, hit that for us.
I mean, I didn't see them do enough in the offseason to be better. Still the wide receivers are what they are and what they've been. Kelsey looked, I mean, I saw some photos of him. It just looked terrible. Looked very, very horribly out of shape and not ready to play. No, I mean, I'm not going to repeat what Bill said because he's right. I mean, I think it is. It's just, I don't see how. I know what maybe Vegas sometimes just tries to goat you in because if you can make the wrong play, then they win. So to me, the wrong play would be is saying that the Chiefs are going to win this division. I just can't see it, and I would say I'm agreeing with Bill on the 8 wins. I mean, I would say 8 is a good year for them maybe this year. 9 would be outstanding. I don't see it, guys. I don't see where they've gotten better. I mean, even Kenneth Walker, love him. He's good, whatever. He's still got to stay healthy as well. He doesn't really have. I don't know who his tandem is at running back. They really need the corner they drafted and the defensive tackle they drafted in the first round to be good. They need these guys to contribute and be very good. So I'm gonna say that I'll be thinking they'll be fighting for their playoff lives, and I'm not sure if they make it this year.
So in my due diligence with research, I went to 10 different sites. In 10 different sites, they have Kansas City at 10.5 wins winning the division.
Hmm.
I don't know if they're putting too much stock in Patrick Mahomes' effect. What do you think, William?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know,
I'm with you guys. I don't understand it. So
yeah, I mean, you know, here's you got, yeah, and I agree with John. Travis Kelce looks terrible. I mean, maybe Noah Gray's going to get a little bit more balls thrown to him this year. You know, who knows? I mean, you know, you've got you still got Xavier Worthy, you still got Rashee Rice, Tyquan Thornton as your wideouts. You know, yeah, I think it's the Mahomes effect. You know, but he's just not the player he once was. And I tell you what, I mean, they weren't really that good before the injury, even. You know, so.
Right.
I just, you know, now he's coming back off of a major knee injury, and I don't know. You know, he says he can go, so he's going to go. I mean, Reed's not going to override him, you know. But I don't know. If I was Reed, I'd kind of be looking at Justin Fields maybe to go week 1. You know, I mean, it's, you know, but they're not going to do that. But yeah, I think it is the Mahomes effect. Absolutely. I don't see how this team. Judging on what you saw with the Denver Broncos, and I know we're going to get to them, I don't see how you could think that this team is going to win the division. They have not retooled and reloaded that much. You know, I mean, really, you know, you really haven't.
They're picking them to be a 4 to 5 win difference from last year. What would Jared get anywhere?
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I mean, but it's not one site. I mean,
well, think about it. They play the they'll beat the Dolphins, they'll beat the Jets, they'll beat the Falcons, you would hope, and the Cardinals. There's 4.
Right.
They better beat the Raiders twice then, so that would be 6. And then they gotta beat the Colts. Then they'll have to play. They gotta find wins against the Colts, Seahawks, Bills, Rams, Bengals, Patriots, and 49ers to somehow get in there.
It's a tough schedule.
Yeah, so I don't know where they're finding it. And that's saying that maybe, I mean, they're going to beat the Chargers. Maybe. Chargers, who knows? But.
And they got an early bye week, too. They got a week 5 bye week, which I don't think helps them much, you know?
I don't either. All right.
And, you know, you've got the Chargers, you got the Seahawks. I mean, after their bye week, Chargers, Seahawks, Broncos, Jets, you know, Falcons, Cardinals, Bills, Rams, Bengals, Patriots, Niners, Chargers, Raiders. I mean, it's not a terribly hard schedule, but you know, you got some good teams on there for sure. I think the Chargers are going to be tough.
I can't find 10 wins there.
I can't either. You know, you're going at Buffalo right around Thanksgiving. You know, you're going at the Rams the next week. You're going at the Bengals. You know, you're home to the Patriots, home to the Niners. I mean, they're playing some good teams. So, you know, this ACL was late in the season too, guys.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, so this is not. I don't. You know, Mahomes. They interview him, and he's like, "Yeah, all right." You know, I kind of sense a little insincerity in his voice when he says he's ready to go. I don't think he's ready. I really don't. Week 1 will tell. We'll know.
Yeah. We'll figure it out real quickly. All right, Jerry, you're up next according to Vegas odds with the Los Angeles Chargers.
Wow. Okay. What the hell are they doing? All right, so the Chargers, I mean, 11-6 last year with some issues, right? All those offensive linemen got hurt. I mean, it was Slater and
both tackles.
Yeah, they went down, and that was an alt, and they were totally different. So you're going to have them all healthy. Everyone's healthy. Omarion, Hampton, McConk. They should have a good. They should have. They should be better than the Chiefs. We were just talking about them. They should be better than the Chiefs. They should be. They had a decent draft too, by the looks of it. I mean,
yeah. One of the better signings of that season was Mike McDaniel.
Yeah. exactly. And they even brought in Njoku, who I just realized they had. Forgot all about him at tight end. Along with Gadsden. I think if Harbaugh is worth everything we think he is, Jim, then I would think they should win 11 games again, just like they did last year. They should be right in the mix. They should be a playoff team battling for the division. I like this team to me is much better than the Chiefs. Like I think they are a much better team. I think they should be them and the Broncos in my mind would be fighting for this division. I mean, looking at the Chargers, I think you have everything you could want to be a serious contender for the division. And you got Jim Harbaugh. Let's see what he can do. He's got Hampton, probably run the ball like crazy, which is a good idea. And Herbert finally maybe stays upright and
breaks out a little bit.
Yeah.
William, you're up.
Okay, so I think the biggest issue with that offense last year was just the inefficiency that Greg Roman, his play calling was inefficient. It was not tailored around that. Some of the guys on that team wasn't tailored to their talents. It was just, despite that, they still won 11-6. I mean, despite that. But, and we're one and done in the playoffs again. Look, I think that you hired an innovative offensive mind in Mike McDaniel. Like we talked about before, some guys are just not cut out to be head coaches. He's definitely one of them. He should be the poster child for it. I just think that, there's – I don't know. I just think there's Maureen Hampton's a good running back. You still got him. I think if I'm McDaniel, I'm going to go – I'm going to kind of like maybe I don't know. I think I'm going to be a more run-oriented offense this year. And, hell, I take some plays, that you used at the Dolphins. Some of that stuff worked, I mean, Miami averaged almost 5 yards per carry. I think last year the Chargers were like 4.3. So I would try to be a run-oriented offense if I'm the Chargers.
Yeah, you're right, Bill, because this offensive line's awfully, awfully good with those two tackles in the center.
Yeah.
This is a good offensive line that if they can stay healthy.
Yeah.
At the time they were healthy, they were really good until those two tackles went down.
Yeah.
It went right down to twos.
I tell you, this is a decent defense too. I mean, you look at last year; they were number 8 in run defense in the league. They averaged, I think, 105 yards. Giving up on the ground. They were also a lot of times when you have a good run defense, that carries over. If you're strong against the run, that carries over. It makes you well positioned in the passing game. And that, they were number 6 in passing. And, 179.9 yards per game they gave up, So, I mean, they're a strong defense too. You still got Khalil Mack. He's still bringing consistent heat. He's still a force to be reckoned with. You got some guys on that team that, what about what the hell's his name from the Ravens that they got? Owe. They picked him up.
Yep.
They picked him. Huh?
Plus they have the new center from the Ravens.
Nose tackle?
No, the new center.
Oh, Lindenbaum. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm talking defense there, Chief.
Oh, sorry about that, sir.
Okay.
No, they got the guy. They got the guy from the Commanders, right? Was it Bidas? I can't say his last name. That's
Biadasz.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, sorry about that. Keep going.
No, but you got Owe. Owe is pretty damn good. He was like he was 7.5 sacks last year. He only played in 12 games, but he had 7.5 sacks last year. So hey, I think they're a good team. And I think their biggest issue was just inefficiency in offense. And I think they'll be fine. I think they,
Yeah, I like them a lot. I don't know the way Vegas has this. Maybe JR's right to just kind of go into bad bets to make some money. But William, you're up now, sir. It's the Denver Broncos who I think have a better defense than both the Chargers and the Chiefs. Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, they're defending division champs, 14-3 season last year. You know, and hey, you added Jalen Waddle. You know, you added a weapon like Jalen Waddle. You know, Bo Nix, unfortunately, had that ankle injury. I think they'd have been in the Super Bowl, and I think they may have won the Super Bowl. You know, I think they may Bo Nix may be a Super Bowl champion if he wouldn't have got hurt, and I really believe that. So, they had a lot of, and then when those 3 losses that they've had were 1-score games, they were close games. I mean, this is, you know, and then they had a number of narrow victories as well last year. They had a high number, you know. So I mean, they were kind of like the cardiac pack last year, you know, when it comes to that. But yeah, I mean, I love the Broncos, man. I mean, I really do. I think they're. I mean, I think they're every bit as good as. I mean, you had freaking Jalen Waddle for crying out loud, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, they're definitely a perennial playoff contender. And you know,
let me read you the first part of the schedule, Billy. You ready?
Yeah.
The first couple games: Chiefs, Jaguars, Rams, Niners, Chargers, Seahawks.
It's a gauntlet.
Yeah.
It's a gauntlet, you know. And then you had that bye week at week 10, which I think is good after playing a schedule like that. Yeah, I mean, I think it's you open up with the Chiefs, Jaguars, Rams, Niners, Chargers, Seahawks, Cardinals, Chiefs again. So you get the Chiefs out of the way before you even go into your bye week. You're completely done with the Chiefs, and then you got the Carolina Panthers. Got the bye week. Come back to the Raiders, my Steelers, Dolphins, Jets, Raiders, Bills, Patriots, and Chargers. It's a hard schedule. It's a tough schedule, no doubt about it. But you know, I think. Yeah, listen, I think Bo Nix. You know, I mean, he's got great overall athleticism. He's got great decision making. He can throw on the run. He's got scrambling ability. You know, he can, you know, there's just a lot, you know, there's a lot that they have. They're very effective on offense. They do a lot of, you know, so.
It's curious because, again, they didn't invest in their backup quarterback. It's Sam Ellinger and Jared Stidham.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you got Davis Webb is going to be calling the plays. He's a quarterback's coach. So how about that?
Yep.
That's kind of a little bit of an unorthodox way of doing things. But, yeah, if it works, it works.
Sure enough.
Yeah. I think, you know, Nick's got to get – you know, he's coming off this ankle injury. He's got to get in a quick up-tempo rhythm early, you know. You know, and he's got the arm and accuracy and athleticism to you know, come out the gates. They need to – it's going to be very crucial. These, you know, their first really their first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Really, their first 6 games is very crucial. So,
yeah. JR, jump in there.
I guarantee the Broncos won't have home field advantage this year in the AFC. I guarantee it. Not a chance they win 14 games. Because again, just like the Patriots, that is inflated to the point of that record is insanely inflated. I don't know. There is good. I think them and the Chargers battle it out for this division. I'm still not crazy about the Bo Nix Sean Payton relationship anymore. I'm sorry, but those two guys do not. For that to happen, what happened, and for those two to go back and forth like they did in the media. That's not normal. I've never heard anything like that when it came to that ankle injury and the whole deal. And then you heard what he said. You guys probably, I'm sure you did. You heard how Nick spoke. I mean, you know, I'll tell you right now, man, you want to talk about being ready, he better be ready compared to just like Mahomes. He's refusing to say he's going to take it easy running. Well, you better hope the ankle's good, man, because I know what Sean Payton's thinking. I've read it. You know, he's those guys are on two separate pages. It feels like maybe that's a good thing. Maybe that makes them, that drives them to you know what I mean. I don't know, that type of thing where you're just combative with each other. But
Well, hey, John, you should know Ditka and McMahon were on two separate pages, and look what they did.
yeah. Well, thank God they had a defense because you remember. I'm just saying. I think they're I think they're a really good team. I really do. I just think like Bo Nix has got to be healthy. I mean, that ankle thing and the stuff between him and Sean Payton just seemed, I don't know, it kind of got swept under the rug. If that happened in any other place, I couldn't even imagine, maybe because it's Denver. I couldn't imagine if that was in Pittsburgh or if that was in New York or if that was in Buffalo or Chicago, what we would have been said about that ridiculous exchange between those two was something like I've never heard before in the media. I've never heard a player talk like that way about his coach and about the team and their health and their doctors. It was pretty fun. It was pretty, really to me, incredible. Maybe that's the new way, the new world. Maybe that's just how it is. Beyond that, though, they got everything you want to win. I agree with Bill on that. They got everything you want. The defense too, right? Best defense in the division for sure.
Let me ask you this: your concern is you think that Knicks might not be ready.
Yeah, I think it might be. I think there's a little bit of, maybe a little bit of, what do you call it? Like, I don't know, what's the right word? Arrogance, maybe, sort of, on this situation here with his ankle, because Sean Payton kind of gives you a little different side of this. But Bo Nix, man, he ain't backing down. I'm running. Starting to sound like Jackson Dart to me.
Well, it's very similar to, I mean, Mahomes is the same way. I mean, you listen to Andy Reid. I mean, Andy Reid's, you can tell he's not coming out saying it, but you can tell he's apprehensive of Mahomes, and Mahomes is older. And
Right.
this is an ACL injury. Bro Nix is a broken ankle. I mean, I don't know. You tell me, can you heal quicker from a broken ankle than an ACL?
Yeah, right?
I breaking the bone is so much easier. It just is.
It's what?
It's easier to come back from.
Correct. That's my point. And he's younger.
I think the other guy, though, gets a lot of leeway because he's a Super Bowl champion MVP. Like, Mahomes can stay and do whatever the heck he wants because.
Correct. And he's not. And Reed's never. Reed's never going to override Mahomes. Mahomes wants to play. He's playing. Period. Reed's going to say, "No, Pat, I don't think you're ready. We're going to start field." That would never effing happen.
Peyton will do it, though. Sean Payton will do it.
Sean Payton will do it. Yeah. Oh, yeah, he will. Yeah. I like that. Okay. I like a quarter. Bo Nix he's an edgy. I like him. I like him. I tell you, the two of the quarterbacks, youngest of the young that I really admire the most is Drake May and Bo Nix. Those guys are the future of the NFL. Both of those guys.
I just
thought
you
have a few more.
Yeah, but I like both of those guys. I think both of those guys have what it takes to lead teams to Super Bowls. I think both of those guys show leadership quality. Yeah, I agree. You do have a few more, but I think out of all those guys, they rise above all of them, and I think they have what it takes to really, lead their teams to a lot of success in the future. I really believe it.
Yeah, but to JR's point, neither one of those teams are going to have years like they had last year. Not even close. They had last place.
I just thought my whole point was I thought the Knicks Sean Payton, that unless it's just water under the bridge, and probably maybe it is, that was the most incredible thing I've heard back and forth about medical. And my coach, he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm not predisposed to ankle injuries. He should keep his mouth shut. I mean, I was like, whoa, you don't talk. I've never heard anything. What the hell is this? The way they were talking. Yeah. That was a very interesting back and forth, man. Maybe it means nothing because, like I say, it's a whole new world. And I guess as quarterback, you say whatever you want and you just move on. But
that's the way Peyton is. That's what he likes, though.
Yeah,
correct.
Maybe he likes that. Right. He likes to.
He likes that, and he likes that, and he's done that with He's done that with everybody he's ever coached too.
Yeah.
There's, that's how he is.
Promoted Reeves to everybody.
Yeah, he's always that's always been that way with them. Breeze didn't get along with him either. You know.
I'll say this, and I'll give Bo Nix a ton of credit. If he takes this, he will be one of the best young ones. Because a lot of young guys couldn't take this crap that Sean Payton pulls. Because he's trying to cause that kind of, you know that whole thing. You like to have people around you that are different, all that shit. Well, I'll give Nix a lot of credit because he did fire back, man. I'll tell you, I've never heard a quarterback talk like that in the media. I just never heard that before. But maybe it was deserving.
Could be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. JR, you're first and last. Billy. You good?
Yeah, no, I was just going to mention something, but that's okay. We can move on.
We're pressed for time. So. All right, JR, talk to us about the Raiders.
Yeah, we're really pressed for time.
Talk to us about the Raiders.
Echo Man.
I know, it's so bad.
Does I don't know, man. Who's starting? Do we know? Did they say Mendoza yet? Did they?
Apparently, had a bad days.
Yeah, as he will, right? I mean, he's probably due to have them. I can't wait to see how Ashton Genty is. I mean, the team's going to be better, I'm sure, just because it's another year. I don't see anything that's. I mean, great job. They got the center that they need. They're trying really hard. They're doing that whole thing where let's try to insulate our new quarterback. Yeah, they're on the right track. I don't know if they can do it because they are the Raiders and they do kind of like to, just hurt themselves. But they are going in the right direction, I think. I'm not quite sure how good of a quarterback Mendoza really is, and we'll find out. It's too early to say, though, because I feel bad. This year, is going to be a bad year. If they throw him in there and he starts, it's going to be a disaster. He'll be sacked 60 times. Everyone will say he's a bust. The whole damn thing. That's why, even though I hear on different radio, talk radio, oh, you got to throw him in there. I'm telling you, I don't know if I would. I might wait a little while before I'm putting him right in there so he can just get steamrolled and be told that he's no good right off the bat. I don't get the point of it, guys. Maybe you guys think differently, and that's fine, Bill. And for me, in this situation, there's no way he's starting game one. I'm not doing it. Mendoza.
I agree. No doubt.
Go ahead, Bill.
Bill, you're up.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think they're going to start Kirk Cousins. He's been taking, from when I've been listening to Sirius XM NFL radio, Kirk Cousins been taking the bulk of the snaps. So yeah, I think that it's going to be, and this stuff. The Raiders are a joke. I mean, they're really a team. They're a joke of a team. I mean, when you look at it, 4 seasons, you've gone through 3 coaches. You've gone through Josh McDaniels, Antonio Pierce, and Pete Carroll. Okay, that's in 4 seasons. Has been your coaches. No continuity, no structure to this team. I'm agreeing with JR. Ashton Genty. I want to see what he can do. I want to see what Brock Bowers can do. I think he's just really the staple of that offense. Ed, we were wrong. Tyler Linderbaum is with the Raiders. Yep. He's not with So you got Lindenbaum. He's going to be an anchor for that offensive line. You got a decent guard in Jackson Powers Johnson Smith, who I think is pretty amazing. Hey, I think I would go with Kirk Cousins. And I think it's his job to lose at this point in time. And they got a pretty rough schedule too. I mean, they don't have their bye week until the 13th.
Wow.
And I mean, they've got that week 13 is their bye week. That you with Dolphins, Chargers, Saints, Chiefs, Patriots, Bills, Rams, Jets, Niners, Seahawks, Broncos, and Browns. All and then you get your bye week, and then you close it out with the Chargers, Broncos, Titans, Cardinals, and Chiefs.
Let me ask you guys something real quick. Bill, let me ask you guys this thing with quarterbacks real fast. What is it? Most of the teams, right, they're drafting number 1. They're drafting the top 10. They're taking their quarterback. They're not good teams. Why in the hell did it ever start where we should make them play game 1? And I hear it I listen to ESPN radio, I listen to MGM radio. There are people screaming that if the Raiders are, they're just morons if they don't start Mendoza. Put him in there right away. How the hell? Why? Like, I don't understand where this all started. You know what I mean? Like, is it to me, your team's no good. Just put in the other guy. You just give him a moment because you're just going to ruin him. Then you got to rebuild all what damage was done from year one.
Well, and I agree. Well, I agree. I mean, I don't see the need to start him. I think Kirk. What the hell did you go out and get Kirk Cousins for then? You know, I mean, that just makes no sense to me. If you're, I don't know. Some of these people don't have a effing clue what they're talking about. That's what it really comes down to. I mean, I agree. You want to break this kid in, in the NFL on this team? I mean, come on.
Well, that's like where the Bears were almost killed Caleb Williams that first year with Eberflus. Right. There was no reason for him to play. They were this close.
Well, and hey, there you go. There we go again. There's another coach that's meant to be a coordinator. Eberflus had no freaking clue about anything on offense. Defensive-minded coach, back where he should be.
But this whole quarterback thing drives me nuts because I don't understand why you wouldn't just say, "Look, we know we suck, so just." Give him a year, give him half a year, something, because the minute you know how it goes, guys, and people's careers
I think we had any success with the quarterback. Now everybody thinks that's the model,
right?
And it's
not.
We all know it's not.
Nope.
Look at the great quarterbacks. Except for Peyton didn't sit, but most of them sat.
Right.
And the most recent one we had was Mahomes. He sat behind Alex Smith. Except for that game.
Manning, 98, he was terrible.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
But Jim Morris saw something in him and said, "You know what? We're gonna run with this guy because he's gonna get better," and he did. But I just don't think that. First of all, I'm gonna be honest with you. First of all, I don't know how much success Mendoza is gonna have in the NFL. He just doesn't fit the mold of an NFL quarterback. I mean, when I look at, Indiana was just, loaded with guys, loaded with talent.
Super well coached, too.
Right. Super well coached. I mean, I don't know. Guy, I'm going to tell you, Bo Nix and Drake May, those guys are NFL quarterbacks. Mendoza, I don't know that he is, So, what do you think about this defense? It got better. Yeah.
Added Quay Walker.
Right.
I think they're going to be okay on the defense side. I just think quarterback's going to be. They're a 5 to 6 win team. That's all.
Yeah.
All right. Time to predict the division. I say LA.
They needed more blitzing power on that defense.
Yeah. I say.
I mean, they were 30. They had 37 sacks last year.
You're killing me.
Echo man, you can't.
I know it's terrible.
Concentrate here.
Now, William, we're going to go to you.
Okay.
Give me your division finish. Give me your. What is the division going to be? Tell us.
All right. It's gonna be.
Smart ass. Next time it happens to him, we'll be sure to accentuate it.
All right, you ready for this? It's gonna be Broncos, Chargers, Chiefs, Raiders.
JR.
I'm going to go with Chargers, Broncos, Chiefs. Raiders.
And the Raiders don't even get a play in that division.
Yeah, Raiders don't even get a mention. They don't even get a mention.
That is a smart move. All right. We're moving on to the NFC West. So we're going to start with JR since we started with William. JR, we're going to talk about this team called the Los Angeles Rams. Go for it.
Well, I mean, there's not much more I can other than they probably shouldn't. They got to play the games; they have to be played. You have to play them before you're 17-0, so they do got to play.
Before we crown their asses.
Yeah, before we do that. But I mean, it's hard to believe that this isn't, as long as they stay healthy, and obviously that means Stafford. As long as everybody's healthy, it's hard to envision them losing many games, right? I mean, they got everything. I mean, I could go through it all. It doesn't even matter. You end up, I mean, you end up get with Miles Garrett, and they're talking about the other guy coming back from 4 years ago, who the Bears should have drafted.
Aaron Donald.
They didn't, yeah, and they got him. And I mean, this is too much. I mean, this team is off. I mean, they're the best team in football, right, on paper right now. I don't know how I can say otherwise. They're the best team. They even got Trent McDuffie. Puka Nacua seems like he's going to be okay. I think he did whatever he had to do in the offseason. Adams is still there. Kyron Williams is good. I mean, yeah. I mean, guys, I don't know. They're going to win 14 games. Why not? They should. If everyone stays healthy, I don't see how they lose the division.
William.
I mean, yeah. I mean, you got, they were 12-5 last year. You win 2 road playoff games last year before falling in the NFC Championship game. I agree with JR. This team's a 14, if not 15 win team. I'll tell you what, you got Matthew Stafford. He's playing in the twilight of his career, but he's just amazing. You've got Puka Nacua, you got Devontae Adams, you've got, you've got Mumfield, Cody Parkinson, I think a solid tight end, Kyron Williams. I mean, this, and then, your biggest shortcoming was just not having push up front defensively. You go out and get, defensive player of the year, Myles Garrett. You've got Aaron Donald training, potentially making a cut. I mean, if Donald comes back, if you've got Donald and you got Myles Garrett coming back, or you got Myles Garrett and you've got Aaron Donald coming back, you got both those guys lining up against you. I mean, lots of luck to you. I don't know how. I mean, you might as well just, mail it in now, because it's just, I don't know. The only thing I can say that maybe is a bad thing is that you're playing San Francisco in Melbourne to start off the season, which is going to be pretty damn rough. And then you're coming back and hosting the Giants. Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's West Coast, but still, though, that's far. That's a pretty hike to go down, not down under. But no, this team's. I mean, they're going to win the Super Bowl. This team's that good. I mean, I think they have just so much talent. And I don't know. What do you think schedule-wise, boys? What do you think? I mean, they got a bye at Week 11. San Francisco in Melbourne, hosting the Giants, at the Broncos, at the Eagles, home to the Bills, home to Arizona, at Vegas, home to the Chargers, at the Commanders, at the Cardinals, bye week, home to the Packers, home to the Chiefs, at the Niners, home to the Cowboys, at the Seahawks, at the Bucks, home to the Seahawks.
2 losses, maybe.
Which ones?
2 losses I'm giving them.
Okay, where?
I'll give them 1 to Seattle and 1 to San Francisco, and that's it.
Okay.
That'd be my only ones, because I don't know if they're going to. I mean, dear God, I don't. I mean, the Eagles, the Bills, I don't. And the Buffalo. If they were coming to Buffalo, I might have a different. Maybe Buffalo's going there, so I don't know.
I mean, you've had Kyron Williams 1,200 yards in a couple seasons, second straight season at 1,200 yards, 10 touchdowns. So
closest team to a sure fit.
Right.
All right, William, you take us now to the next team. The defending champs, Seattle Seahawks. Go for it.
Well, I mean, it was a stunning Super Bowl title run last year. I never would have. I would have never picked them, to start the season. But that's why you play the games. There's a lot of adjustments. I mean, there's a lot of adjustments that they're dealing with, starting with the coaching, coordinators. I mean, you name it. There's a lot that they, that's different. I don't think they're going to be as near as good. You lost Kenneth Walker to Kansas City. That's the start. And that's a team that ran the ball last year 49% of the time. So and you lose your bell cow, So I don't know. Charbonnet had another ACL tear, So against the Niners, that's not good, I don't know. I mean, there's just who's who's um who's their number one runner? I don't know who their number one running back is. I guess Charbonnet. I know they got that Jadarian Price.
Out of
Notre Dame.
Yeah.
He's probably going to start.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think losing Walker, that's a big, that's a big. I mean, you still got Jackson Smith and Jigba. You still got him. Still got Cooper Kupp. I mean, but losing Kenneth Walker, I thought that's a blow. Like I said, that team ran 49% of the time last year, and now you don't have that bell cow. I don't know, Charbonnet. You think coming off an ACL tear, he's going to be,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think that's why they drafted him.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I do too. And defensively, I mean, I don't know that they didn't. I mean, you still got Leonard Williams, which I think is good. I mean, there's some that they had a stout run defense last year. They were number 3. So, and did they really lose anybody? I don't know that they really lost anybody. Did they really lose anybody on defense?
Safety.
They lost
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant. Yeah, they did lose him, and you lost Woolen as well, right?
Rick Woolen. Yep.
Rick Woolen. Rick Woolen. He's gone. So, I don't know. I mean, they didn't lose too much of their core, right?
Correct.
No.
But so
can Sam Darnold repeat his last year? That's one of the big issues. Go ahead, JR.
Yeah, this is a team that's set to regress, right? 14 wins, no way, not again. So they'll be fighting probably for a playoff spot, is my guess. I don't know. With Charbonnet being hurt, you're going to be putting a lot on the young guy. Maybe he'll be good enough. This is a good team, right? But also they did get lucky in a lot of ways. They got to play a very, very, very bad Patriots team in the Super Bowl. And they got their title, so that's good. But I just don't. They're not who we think they are, or who they think they are, or who anyone thinks they are. And you got to get Sam Darnold to do this all over again. So, yeah, I'm agreeing here with Bill on the fact that 10 wins maybe for Seattle this year is my opinion.
10-7.
That's what I see. Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough year. Okay, JR. Talk to us about the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, Debo's back, I saw, so that's fun. Because I know Ricky Pearsall's gone. I don't know. I mean, this is a good team. They're good. If McCaffrey's healthy and everything's fine, I do like Brock Purdy. I do. I like him better than Darnold. I'd rather have Purdy on my side.
Currently, all 4 wideouts are out for San Francisco.
Yeah.
Well, Mike Evans being one, right?
Yeah,
of course. Yeah, always. I as long as McCaffrey is healthy. I mean, I saw that game against Buffalo last year. When McCaffrey was playing, it was a good game. The minute he went down, that went down the tube. So McCaffrey has to stay healthy. He's the closest. He's like Saquon Barkley. Without him, it's over. So you need him to be healthy to start with, and then after that, I mean, they got great coaching. I mean, you're not going to have. Doesn't get any better than that, with Shanahan. So again, they're going to have a really tough time keeping up with the Rams, but I do think they're better than Seattle in my mind this year. But it's all on McCaffrey's back, because without him, it's it's over for them. It feels so much like the Eagles. So that's about it for them. For me, I mean, I think they had a decent their draft. Yeah, they draft wide receiver, edge rusher. It's probably the best division in football, probably. But when you start thinking about how we were just talking about Seattle, it makes you wonder. Maybe some other division will pop up, but I think the 49ers are definitely the second best team in this one.
Go for it, William.
I agree. I agree with I mean, you had when you look at it, I mean, you had some they had some bad injuries last year. I mean, you lose Nick Bosa, Fred Warner. I mean, those to me were the costliest injuries that they had last year. You got those guys back. George Kittle's back to full health. You also go out and get Mike Evans, to inject a little more punch to that passing game, which I think is big. They're saying you're going to have a healthy Christian McCaffrey. I like that Kyle Juszczyk too. I like him. I think he's a great all-around blocker. I think he does a hell of a job as a fullback. There's a lot that they got, and I think. I tell you what, though. What about the coach? God, is he gonna? I mean, God, he got jacked the f up.
He got walloped.
Yeah, I mean, God, is he gonna be sidelined to start the season? Is he at camp?
I don't think he's doing much though. He's there.
He's probably in a freaking wheelchair and a body cast too.
Yeah.
I don't know about all
probably
that.
like what's his name in The Naked Gun? Remember when he was
OJ?
Yeah, probably like OJ. No, I mean
full body cast with his name written in marker. They also added Christian Kirk, which is going to boost their wideout.
Yeah. Who?
Christian Kirk.
Yes. Oh, yeah. They did add him. Yep. Christian Kirk. Purcell's out for the year. That's a blow.
It's not a shocker.
though.
No. Why isn't it a shocker?
He's injury prone.
Yeah, and he got shot too 1 year.
Well, that wasn't his.
Well, no, but it's still an injury.
Yes, sir.
I mean, of course, it's not his fault. I mean, what the hell does that have to do with anything?
Adding the notes.
Well, he got shot, and that sideline is here. Well, that wasn't his fault. Well, yeah, no shit.
He deserved it.
Exactly.
I mean, they got a bye week 8. I don't know. I'm just looking at their schedule. Doesn't look. I mean, you're playing in a very strong division in the NFL. So,
hey, Bill, huge year for Deebo Samuel. If he wants to ever get a contract, this is an enormous year, man. What's he going like 1 year, $7 million right now with incentives? Have a good year and look what happens next.
I think he will have a good year. Just because he tends to be healthy, although he's injured right now. Hey, I got a question for you guys. We've gone over the schedules like William likes to, and I'm saying it twice because I like it. Will the NFL ever move to what all the other leagues do and have a mid-season break?
What?
You son of a gun, making me say it again.
I mean,
A mid-season break all-star like all the other leagues do.
I hope not. No.
No.
With 18 games?
No. What the hell are you talking about? Just have 2 bye weeks. 2 bye weeks. Come on. 2 bye weeks.
No.
2 bye weeks.
I think they need a break.
2 bye weeks.
But they will. You're right. They're going to go to 2 bye weeks.
Yeah.
All right, William, you're up. Talk to us about the Arizona Cardinals.
Oh.
Do I have to?
You do.
All right. Hard reset for the Cardinals, right? Hard reset. Kyler Murray, he just, I don't know. What's he going to do in Minnesota? That's the real question. Is he going to just focus on football? Is he going to play video games? What's he going to do? I don't know. Who do you got? Jacoby Brissett's the guy now there, right?
Yep.
Yes, he is.
You got Gardner Minshew, I think, backing him up, correct?
And you have Carson back.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, that's right. You got Carson back too, right? So, last year you had, I mean, they were terrible. I mean, they were 3-14. Yep. I mean, they were terrible last year. You go out and get Rams coordinator Mike LaFleur as your head coach, I mean, you got what do you got this? You got a youngster in Michael Wilson, Marvin Harrison Jr. Still there. I don't know. I mean, Trey McBride's not too bad as a tight end. Jeremiah Love. I thought that I was surprised that I wanted to see him go to the Titans, but he went to the frickin' Cardinals. So, but
he's gonna be huge.
He's gonna be big. I mean, their running a game was bad because last year you had James Conner and Trey Benson both getting injured in season-ending injuries. And they were number 31 in the running game last year. So they were terrible. I think they averaged like 93 yards a game was what they were averaging rushing. So they've got to do something. And Jeremiah Love, he's probably going to get a ton of touches this year.
Oh, yeah.
So I think honestly, I don't see them getting better. I think maybe 4. I think they improved one game, 4-13. Yeah.
Who's better, them or the Raiders?
Ooh.
Raiders.
Raiders?
Yeah. Well, I think the Raiders are better on paper.
Defensively, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think even offensively. I mean, you got Tyler Lindenbaum.
That's true.
You got some guys, on that Brock Bowers. What do you really see? And Jacoby Brissett's going to be your starter.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. He's a backup, man. He's not a starter.
No one cares what happens to this team. I don't even think the people in Arizona do. So this is the perfect time to just lose them all and get the number 1 pick overall and make a choice on a quarterback again and see if you can get this one right just for dumb luck and everything works.
Yeah, I mean, they're a bad team. This is a bad team. No doubt about it.
Trey McBride is the best, I think one of the best tight ends in the league.
Yeah, he's great. I you notice I mentioned him. I'm like, yeah, that's a solid tight end. It's a shame he's not on a solid team.
And Marvin Harrison Jr. I said this to you guys one time before he got drafted in Ohio State. There's something, I don't know if he's like his dad. I don't know what it is, but there's something going on that seems a little off when it comes to...
He's a whack job.
Yeah, he reminds me. His father was too, but his father could catch at least and be great.
Right.
This year, you kind of when you're not great, the wackiness, no one's got time for it. And boy, he looks terrible already. He can't catch.
Yeah. And that Wilson just had an incredible year.
Yeah.
Came out
Michael Wilson. Yeah. Right. That's the guy. I think that's the he's the guy. He's the number 1 man.
Numero uno.
Letting Kyler Murray go was the greatest thing they did. Good job. There's no point of having him here anymore. Having Brissett being your quarterback's an even better play. If I believed in their organization, I'd be sitting here saying, you know what? Good for you guys. You're doing it. You're doing the right thing here. I don't even know if they are. Like, I'm not even quite sure that they're even doing this on purpose. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those things. Like, if you're doing it on purpose, then I applaud. I'm not quite sure.
Brissett's not terrible. I mean, he's been in the league a long time. God. I can remember when he was the Colts back up there for a while.
Yeah.
I just don't see him as a starter. Ed, do you?
I do not. I think he made a hell of a career out of it, though.
Right. John, do you see him as a starter?
No. He's in the perfect place. If I'm the Cardinals, if I was the Cardinals fan, I'd be watching so much college football just to see who my quarterback's going to be because I should have the first pick overall. I really, really should have a top 3 pick here.
Yep.
But I don't know if any Cardinal fans.
I mean, they called pass play. What do you think the percentage of last year? How many pass plays? What do you think the percentage was last year?
70-30 run.
66.
That's fine.
I mean, they threw a shit ton last year.
God.
And you know why? Oftentimes it's because you were down. You were down a couple scores. In a lot of these games, and you had to. You ran 44% of the time.
Don't we get to see them play this Thursday? I think they're in the Hall of Fame game.
Yeah. Yep, they are. Kenny Pickett's going to start.
Yay.
Billy, that's Super Bowl winning quarterback pick.
That's right. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's
All
right.
Even the guy that makes the copies gets a ring, Ed.
It's true.
Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes. All right. So I need your division finish. Go ahead, Bill.
Okay. I'm gonna say blah 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 blah. I'm gonna say the Rams number 1, hands down. Number 2, the Niners. Number 3 is gonna be the Seahawks, and number 4 is gonna be the Cardinals.
JR.
I'm going to say only 2 teams make the playoffs from this division. It'll be the Rams and 49ers. Seattle's not making it this year, and obviously the Cardinals are in the last.
Cardinals are not allowed to play, just like the Raiders are not allowed to play.
Yeah, they're relegated, delegated, whatever.
Yeah, relegated, delegated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me do one more thing.
Relegated, delegated, executed.
Yeah. One more thing before we leave. We're going to go to William, and he's going to give us an interesting fact or factoid about the NFL. Go ahead, Billy.
Well, actually, I'm not ready to do that right now.
Oh my God!
No,
Scratch
here.
all that I just said.
Yeah, I let's start that next week.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard him. We're going to start that next week. And next week, we're going to go over the CFL. We have a little bit of time, and we're going to go to the CFL next week. Some good games. If you have a chance to watch it, they're on TSN and on other channels that you can get on cable. It's not a bad product.
It's
Thank
not
you
a
for
bad
listening.
product. I mean, it's not a bad product at all. I think it's a good product. I think we need to talk more about it. So,
well, we're going to do next week. You have your chance to do lights out buttons, and God, I hope I don't have an echo next week.